Hello, folks, and welcome to another exciting design challenge from the Stormworks engineering server on Discord. This time it's a World War II theme. Let me bring up the requirements. This competition is called Operation Swiftfox. The year is 1941. War ravages the endless isles of Stormworks, and a decisive plan is put in action to assemble a massive invasion force. So a little bit of a D-Day situation. The Army is in need of two vehicles, a new type of heavy landing craft, the HLCV, and a tank destroyer. So we needed to make a tank and put it in a landing craft that could carry it to a beachhead. You needed to be able to load and unload from the HLCV. It has to carry at least one heavy vehicle with some dimensions. It has to be stable in rough seas. We're going to test that. And what else? Oh, yes, that's right. In accordance with our World War II theme, we had a restriction. No microcontrollers allowed, only standard logic blocks. So the goal was we had to backdate these by making them kind of low-tech and seeing what our engineers could come up with. It's actually kind of challenging when you're used to solving all the problems using microcontrollers and logic. How do you work around that? So let's jump right in. We've got our first creation. I'm going into this totally blind. I've just downloaded the creations that were submitted, and we'll just learn as we go. So I expect this video to go pretty long. Let's pull this up. Let's see. Yep, not OBS. All right. So our first creation, our first submission, is called the Hunter R1R2 by Pirate Jake 2000. Let's look at some of the instructions here. I'll zoom in so it's a little bigger on the YouTube video. Tank destroyer submission, Operation Swiftfox, 5 crew, driver, co-driver, machine gunner, loader, gunner, commander. Fits to all the rules. Good. We'll make sure of that. Startup guide. Enter tank via the driver's front left hatch. Once in the tank, turn the electric crank. Oh, very cool. Until the RPM reaches 120 from a dial, and press the engine run button. Alternatively, crank on the rear of the tank does work, but you'll need to enable engine run from inside the tank first. Oh, I love it that it's like a crank start. Ooh, and there's even a backstory. The little world building is fun. The Hunter R1R2 is a light tank destroyer based on other British tanks. It uses a large amount of parts, including the Merlin engine, and this tank is designed to not get hit and instead dish out large amounts of damage with its main gun. Yep, that would be the theme of a tank destroyer, to be highly mobile and a glass cannon. So let's take a look at this sucker. The aesthetics are not being judged, but I do love all the additional details and effort that goes into them. Love the little machine gun port up front. Looks like there's going to be a little camera. Cameras and stuff were allowed. You can't completely remove all the error requirement or the tech from Stormworks, or things just start to not work. But I love it. Looks like there's some flare launchers, radio in the back. That's that crank up back. Fun. And it can even carry some infantry and stuff. Great. Okay, let's pop in and give this thing a test. Let's see. I'm guessing I have to. Can I grab the ladder? Uh-oh. Let me go from the front. Come on. There we go. Okay. So I think it was it driver's hatch? I've already forgotten all the instructions here. Driver's hatch. We'll take a quick look around. Nice. Love it. As if we were looking through a little driver's port. Fun. Gunner. Or machine gunner. Let's look. Okay, very cool. Let me pop in here. Okay. Left track, right track, open viewport. Like it. Headlights, parking brake. Okay, so we'll start by engine run. Using the crank. We're doing it. Oh, no way. That was so fun. Okay. Love that little extra tidbit. Okay, now I think this has some bespoke, I'm sure some bespoke driving arrangement because of the lack of logic available. So left track is WS, right track is up and down. Okay, so I've got to have both hands on the keyboard while driving this thing. Oh, but it actually drives really well. I'm alternating left and right, but very cool. There's no way to look with the camera because I have no mouse control as I'm trying to drive this sucker. But very easy to drive, all things considered. Let's check some of its off-road capability here. Feels like it's got plenty of power though. Feels well balanced. Not particularly quick, but I don't expect it to be. Let's see. It can get around, no problem. Okay. Park it up on this hill, and then we should do some tests. Alright. Let's get it to a good little spot here. The dual keyboard control is hilarious. What a solution around the logic. Okay. Parking brake is 3. Good, that all works. Let's see if we can create a target real quick. I think it's not custom menu, add-ons, mission locations. Let's try to go to this airstrip here. I've already forgotten where this airstrip is. Bear with me here. I think it's this one, though, O'Neill Air Base. We're going to add a couple targets. Let's add some targets in theme. I'll add some of our other competitor vehicles. Let's add one more. Okay. Test location. Okay, so our targets are out there. They're a little far, maybe 500 or 600 meters, but let's see how this this gun and aiming works. Gun traverse, AD. I'm sorry, that's the machine gun. Well, we'll test that real fast. That'll be fun. Traverse, AD. Okay. AD. Oh, love it. That's so fun. No elevation, but that's fine. What a great little clean design. And then you just have to reload manually, I'm sure. Unload, reload. Okay, awesome. That works so well. Loader. Oh, I would love to have multiplayer with like everyone packed in here. Commander. Breach. Crew hatch. Man, there's room for everyone. It was tucked in so nicely right here. Okay, let's jump into the gunner seat. Look at how creative this was. Okay, so how did you create a reticule there? Turret traverse. The camera for that must be right there. Or not. Oh, that's really interesting. Is it a camera behind the hose? A hose attachment? Oh, that was so clever. Can you do that without XML? Maybe. Maybe there's a way to do it. Okay, well, let's assume that you can. That's pretty cool, though. Turret traverse, gun elevation. I take it no zoom, though. That's okay. This works surprisingly well. Okay, fire cannon. Let's see. Oh, that's launch smoke, my bad. Spacebar, fire cannon. Am I in the gunner seat? The loader, gunner. Oh, maybe we've got to load it first. I didn't even consider that. Unload. That is the gun, right? Battle cannon. Battle cannon belt. Oh, that's just one belt. Oh, man. Okay. Let me figure this out. I'm clearly have no idea what I'm doing. Deliver new round. That pushes them up from there. Okay. Open breach. Oh, totally. Oh, I was in the way. Okay. Open breach. I'm in loader position. You get a hold. Okay. How would I load this? I see. Do I have to like hold it and then quickly reload? How am I doing that? E. Oh, Q. Okay. Can I do it again? I just one round. All right, this is interesting. You hold the button with E, and then you tap Q to reload. Okay. That is hilariously manual. I love how manual it is. Oh man, I'm shot pretty high. This is really well done. I love it. And then it just loads another round. Okay, so I'm getting there. Okay, loaded. Oh, with a two-man crew, this would really be fun. I mean, it all works so smoothly. I really have to give Pirate Jake some major kudos for how easily this all works. Yeah, we nailed it. Let's drive it down a little closer. Parking brake. Oh, that's right. Okay, the two-track steering it's very tricky to get used to, and there are limitations involved, like not being able to move the camera, but that's okay because the driver would be responsible for driving, and it's the commander's job to look around and find the targets and scope things out. So I kind of actually like the tedium involved in driving gives you, like, kind of makes you fully focus on the driving aspect, and really would make like a multiplayer shine in this. Everyone's kind of has their job, right? Like the commander has to look around and find the targets. The loader has to sit there and load, and the gunner is aiming and gunning, and you even have a machine gun seat. Like there's, from a gameplay perspective, there's actually, it's a really well balanced sort of creation from giving everyone a role. Like everyone would be very busy and focused on their role. Definitely begs for having a zoom function on the camera. That might not have been possible. Maybe fitting a 2-block medium camera was just not even possible. But other than that, this really is well made. I really appreciate how much effort was put into this. On pretty challenging rule set to be constrained to. The shell's collecting in here. Oh, a little lower. Let's see. I can't tell how much drop there's going to be. Nice! Did it hit, or was it just above it? I can't tell. Let's fire one more, and we'll move on. Is a hair lower? Oh, too low. Alright, well, this is a great submission. From a practical standpoint, it's all well armored. The crew is protected, even with light armor. This would totally do the job. And it's all packed pretty tightly. I think you could really stack a lot of these into a landing craft. And so that's a big plus. Let's just take a look. Here, we'll reset that mission so those aren't dancing around. We'll just take a final look real quick at some of the like practical elements like refilling and all that. So it looks like everything is, oh gosh, getting up is a little bit of a trick, but that's okay. Here, we'll turn the engine off. I like that there are multiple hatches. That's a great add for ingress, egress. Okay, so looks like we have fluid hose anchor. I'm guessing for refilling of some sort. We can do a quick check on that. And these might just be, this heat exchanger, I'm guessing is just an aesthetic add. Electric cable anchor. Anything else? Check if that's the easiest way to refuel. Okay, let's pull this thing in, and we'll just take some quick looks at how it was built. Section plane. Okay, yeah, so it looks like that. I'm guessing that's the refuel. It's got a way to recharge. That's all good. You got a decent amount of ammunition down here. So you've got good racks there. I love just how simple all that is. Let's see. Funny, there's the crank start, the shaft going down and through and back to the engine, and then you got the gearbox in the rear. All packed in so nicely. Very little logic needed too. I really appreciate how simple this creation is, and that is partly why it was able to be so compact. I mean, you just have a couple function blocks controlling. Let's see, what is a speed sensor? Just showing values. Yeah, so just really not even necessary. Just I'm guessing like a kilometer per second or meter per second to a kilometer per hour, miles per hour conversion, and just a little clamp on the machine gun rotation. Yeah, this was so clean. All right, really strong contender right out of the gate. Thank you, Pirate Jake. Okay, let's go on to the next creation. So let me look at this. Next up, we have the Cromwell Mark I from Phantom Raptor. Let's look at our instructions here, description. Let's see. Stormworks Engineering Group Challenge. Rules, no MC. Yep. No mods, glitches. Has to be able to fit within a certain part. Let's see. Challenge. There are a few kinks to sort. Machine gunner, shells landing in front of the gunner, the turret moving slowly. All good. Let's give it a shot. Okay. We'll just spawn it right in and give it a whirl. Drops it a little high. Well, firstly, I love how tiny it is. I mean, the lack of logic and the compactness of all of these creations, really fun. Really gets it in there. Okay, let's hop in. I wonder how these are being placed. Padded seats. Interesting. They might be attached to something underneath. I'm curious about that. Okay, so we've got some hatches. Nice. Interesting. A hold to enter hatch. Okay. No, I totally get that. How does this work? There's some tiny hatches. Crazy. I mean, that's that's so fun. I mean, that's one way to really get even more compact. Don't even use a hatch part. Just build your own hatch. Wow. Awesome. Let's take a look at the outside. Anything else to know? Okay, we'll check the fluid later. A couple radiators out back. I wonder if those are functional. I'm guessing they are. Oh, but you also have the heat sinks up top, so there might not need to be. I love it. Okay, let's jump right in. This thing is so tiny. Oh. Might be a little bit of a trick to get in. Let's go to the biggest hatch, I think, is this top one here. This double hatch is pretty cool. Okay. And then you're in. It is cramped in here, but I don't expect it not to be. Okay, loader. This looks like it's a similar format. There's a loader, gunner. Very cool. And let's see. There's even a commander seat. They're all in there. Oh no, but the commander seat you clip through the tank when you get out of it. All right. Let's get back in. That's a little bit of interesting. It's in there technically, just barely. Okay. Machine gunner. Let's take a look. Fire gun. It's kind of useless. Hey, it's got a gun. Oh. But it shoots itself. Oh no, we've already got a fire. Oh no. Do we have a way to put out the fire? No. We might just burn down right now. Driver. I wonder if that little fire is going to start. Okay. Driver. Let's respawn this real fast just so we don't burn down while reviewing it. Let's see if I can get into the driver's hatch. Okay. That's a tight hatch, but it totally works. I love the no seats. Wow, that's really creative. You're just grabbing the handle of a machine gun? Is that what it is? That's stuck in here? Okay. Handbrake starts on. Okay, key button. RPS switch? I'm guessing. RPS up. Okay, it wants to start, but the battery seems low. Am I doing something wrong? Let's go back to the instructions. No mods. Still logic. Must be like, okay, nothing specific on how to start it. Handbrake starts on. Come on. No. Handbrake starts on. Let's see. Let's turn it down. Here, let's respawn it and see if we can get it going here. Oh, that's right. If not, I'll take a quick look at the logic. So starts on. I'm guessing we have to turn that on right away. Giving a little bit of gas. Or is that not gas? It might just be logic. RPS up. Hitting 1. Steering pitch, brake. Headlights. Reverse. I mean, we're moving. So I'm wondering if it shouldn't be in gear. That breaks the tracks. I think I might be doing something wrong. Okay, let me think about this. Driver. Steering pitch, left, right. Okay. Brake. RPS up, RPS down. It seems to be starting in gear. Okay, that didn't. That seems better, but then it just. How's it higher? Internal light hatch. I am a little lost. Not exactly clear how to start this. Let me try it again. Okay, if it's just totally fresh. If not, I think Pirate Shake is on right now. I might be able to hit him up. RPS up, RPS down. Huh. 6 is reverse. I don't see any other. Okay, let's pause and I'll ask Pirate Jake how this works, and we'll have to get back to this here. Okay, we're moving on to the next one. This is the tank. Okay. This is L963's tank. Very, very tank destroyer-like. Reminiscent of German, I think it's called like an elephant tank. Man, huge cannon up front. Let's dive in. Very cool. Love little symbol work. Cool, fun rear hatch, and a couple hatches up top. I love it. All right, let's pop in. Let me close the hatch behind us. Man, it is full of ammunition. It even has some options. Looks like we've got some AP, some HE. Nice other belt up here. Man, you could siege something with this. Gunner location. And it looks like the driver and gunner are separated in compartments. So open breach. Okay, so let's pop back out. And we'll pop into the gunner's hatch and we'll set things up. Love the look of it, though. Fun sloped armor. Nice compact design. Radiator. Fluid. Okay, yep. It's got all the goods. Interesting with that. oh, I see. This is the one piece of railing is that like supposed to be like an axial? No, there's the axial gun there. Maybe that's how. Oh, in front of the camera, everyone came up with interesting tricks for how to put reticules in front of their cameras. Okay, very similar use of a grabby instead of a seat of some sort. That was nice and easy. Just turns right on. Fuel, speed, temperature. Looks like there's 2 levels of light and a high gear toggle. Let's see, 2. Oh, okay. Is it inside the cockpit lights? Yep, okay. Let's just use... Oh, man. Definitely very easy to drive. Looks like it uses the wheels in the back. No, it actually is braking the tracks. So there must be some logic in there. But gosh, this thing is easy. What a dream. All right, we'll test some of its off-road capabilities, but it's nice and light and nimble. It's got plenty of power. Yeah. Only uses one hand on the keyboard to steer. Nice feature. Let's park it right here and pop some targets. So I'm curious if this is a turret or if the gun aims. Let's take a look at that. I might have to go a little flatter here. Okay. Is it a parking brake? High gear. Oh, what's this? The high gear real fast. That's kind of fun. High gear. Oh yeah. It's a nice little boost in speed. Nice little gearing change. That's fun. Okay. We'll turn this thing around and get set up again. Okay. Let's park it here. And we'll pop back out. Yeah, I guess you just have to go out the turret top. Can I get out? There. Yep, not too bad there. Close that. What's this button up top? Now I'm curious. Toggle button, 2-sided. Fun. Okay. I'm a little stuck on it. Eh. There we go. Nice little hatch up top. Clipping through something. There's something here that's grabbing me. Let's see if we can. There we go. Get right into the driver's seat. Okay. Shut the hatch. Ah, I see. The exhaust might be problematic. I'm afraid I might have to dig it for this a little bit. I don't know if you can shoot while the engine is running. Let's, or aim it all. Let's get out of here. Oh, can I get out of here? Might be a little tricky. There we go. That's the only challenge with all these very compact designs. There's a lot of stuff to grab you. Okay, we're gonna turn this off so we can see. Maybe it's more of an ambush tank destroyer. It sits and wait. Okay. All right, so gunner seat, aiming, up, down is range. What would the range do? Oh my goodness! It slightly changes the elevation of the barrel. Look at that! No kidding. And it has a zoom. Okay, nice. Different zoom levels. Oh, that's a great feature. I love the reticle, man. So clever. Machine gun. axial machine gun totally fires. It's totally a turret. Wow. So okay. So WS changes the elevation of the barrel, and AD turns the turret. So very much like you'd expect. But then it has this range feature. The only challenge is how do I know the range? MG ammo. Nice. Would the commander know the range? Could there be a laser somewhere? Loader. Breach. Ready gun. Commander seat. They might just have to judge the range. Oh, that's cool. Elevated commander seat. That's great. Oh, man. Okay, let's say, I want to say it's like 150 or 200 meters, maybe? Okay, let's pop back down. How would I do that? 1, 2, 3. That's the other one. I don't. Is the button reachable from down here? That raises you up? Oh, man. It's a little tricky. This is definitely compact. All right, let's keep it open. Okay. So, I wonder how the range works. Okay. Let's say 200. And maybe I mean, this would have been hell to calibrate, I'm sure. But let's see. If I keep it right in the reticule and I don't adjust anything up, I wonder. Okay, I guess we gotta load it first, though. Let's grab some HE. Yeah, okay. We got some HE. Open breach. Nice. Load. Close breach, I'm guessing. Okay, ready gun. Closing. Breach closed. I think it's ready to fire. Alright. We've got the range dialed in, at least what we've guessed is the range. And I guess we can zoom in a little bit more. I mean, it's pretty on there. Let's fire and see. Oh, I can't believe that! It dusted it. That range totally works. Oh my goodness, that would have been hell to calibrate. Oh man, that's brilliant though. I mean, for as manual as it is, that is incredibly brilliant. Let's zoom in. I mean, that's like as far as you could possibly get, I imagine, to a fire control system using just some basic logic blocks, but it totally works. HE, let's grab more HE. Okay. Open breach. Oh, it's already opened. Okay. Maybe it readies up. Ready that. Okay. We're all aimed in. I've increased the range a little bit. Oh my goodness. This thing is beautiful. All right. With this aiming system, I think we could hit something pretty far. Let's try it. Edit objects. Let me add a Cromwell. Well, here, let's be a little more fair to our contestants. We'll even it out. We're gonna throw a hunter down there. All right, we'll put it right on the X. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Let's get out and drive this thing to the other side of the. Well, maybe not that far, but we'll drive it a little bit of a distance. Oh, come on. All these are tricky to get up and down. Okay. We'll pop in the hatch. Come on. It just occurred to me the hatch would totally not open if the gun was in front of it, but that's to be expected. All right, this would be pretty far. This is as far as I think I was able to accurately shoot with radar controlled, like aiming and an elevation system, like we had in our last competition. So I don't expect it to have to do more than that. We'll close that hatch just in case. And let's come back here. And I think, did we load anything into the breach yet? No, not yet. Okay, so load. Ready this. It's amazingly easy to use. Okay. So I want to say 650 maybe? I mean, it's going to be pretty far. I'm just like eyeballing this. And then zoom. All right, I'd be shocked if this would work on the first shot, but let's take a look. Ah, we nailed it! Oh my goodness. That was incredibly accurate. I can't believe this was tuned in so well. I mean, I would have guessed that it would have worked well up to like a couple hundred meters, but for it to accurately hit up to 650, I mean, this thing really was tuned properly. Well, so far, I think this takes the cake for the most effective fire control system we've seen up to this point. As basic as it is, having that elevation dialed in and just having to put the target in the reticule is as simple as it gets. Okay, I think we've done a good review of the tank. Let's move on to the next. Actually, before we move on, let's take a look at some of the interior aspects of the tank. We're going to split this sucker in half. I really appreciate how this was laid out. It's really interesting. So, mid-mounted engine, mid-mounted tanks, fuel tanks, and then you have your tiny front compartment here with this transaxle coming through, transmission up front, some logic and stuff up front. Just really well laid out, really interesting setup, and man, look how big this gun is. It just barely makes it in there, but it fits. It all works. I mean, that's a pretty compact design. Really appreciate that design. And then, your two radiators up there. It all just kind of works. Very cool. Very cool as a mission. Okay. I learned how the Cromwell works, so let's dive back into the Cromwell and get that going. I didn't realize WS was tied to a clutch. Maybe even a clutch and throttle setup there. So we got it going. It's not as intuitive as I would hope, but you turn the key, you turn the handbrake on, you up the RPS a little bit, and then you have to, I think, lower, you gotta hit S to lower the clutch. And now we're started. Careful balance of various aspects. Alright, and we're off. A little bit of steering done by the wheels there. Tiny bit cheaty, but I guess the rules specifically. This looks a little funny, but I know that's a common trick for Stormworks. Alright, let's see. Increase throttle a little bit. Don't need that much throttle though. Looks like it does just fine going over terrain. My feet hanging down. Alright. I'm sure there's no problem scrolling around. I like the compact design of it all. Fun little, like, exhaust styling out the back, like you can see tanks of this era. Alright, let's park this thing and play with the gun. We'll shoot one of its own kind. Okay, so if I hit S, it pulls off the clutch, and I think it plays with the throttle too. So let's just turn that off for now. Was there a reverse? There's a brake, okay. But it might be a hold the brake. Gunner. Let's see. Let's see if I can scoot around. Is it getting darker in game? Let's just make sure it's override time. No, that's all good. It's just dark in here. Okay, let me try to get to the loader seat. Where is the loader seat? Compact pivots. There it is. Okay. Loader. I'm grabbing some ammo from here. Okay. And here's the autocannon. sure where I'm putting this. Autocannon. Unloaded. Straight belt. So am I taking it from here and putting it in there? Yes. Yeah, let's run one round. Great, okay. Gunner. Fire. That's it. Because it's an autocannon, right? Do I have any controls? I don't see any. Okay, we're just going to guess on the aim here. Oop. We were a little bit off. And it looks like I can probably load it from here. There we go. One round, though, huh? Hey! Got it. Nice. Doing it. Grab it from there. Loading into there. That's right. Yep. At least it's easy to load. There we go. The poor heavy autocannon. Not the most accurate. But it totally works, hey? I think this would make a totally fine support vehicle. Oh. Let's see, there we go. Aim is a little bit all over the place, though. I think that's probably just a drawback of using the autocannon. It's quite inaccurate and only really works well if you can load in a clip of rounds. Come on. Am I doing it wrong? Yeah. Here we go. 4. But it's knocking it out. It's doing it. Okay. All right. Great. I think that covers the functionality. Let's open this. Does this want to raise up at all? That was a pretty fun feature. I don't think so. Okay. I think we've squared it off. What's on to the next? We'll suck this one back up. And let's see, what do we have up here? We did L963's tank. We'll save the HLCVs for later. All right, next up, Tactical Interceptor Gun Half-Track, the TITE. This is Petrie's. Very cool. All right, rules for the tank destroyer. Yep, we know those. Highlights of the century. Automatic transmission, active differential, ballistic calculator, interesting, and magnifying optics. Okay. Those are pretty good features for no microcontrollers. Driving, start engine by using start button on the right side of the steering wheel. Engine can be stopped by cutting the fuel. Fuel valve is located below start button. Okay. Because of low fuel consumption at idle, engine can run several minutes after fuel is cut. Okay, that's okay. The vehicle controls WASD, driving direction toggles 1, switches for parking brake. Great. Okay, gunnery, toggle controls activated. Gun steer with mouse. Guesstimate distance to target. Yep. Adjust ballistic calculator. Release controls and aim. Lock controls. Interesting. Our second ballistic calculator. I'm really curious. Here, we'll take a look at the cross section first. So custom engine design takes up a lot of room up front. You'd have great visibility, but no protection, or not much protection for the crew. But I love the half-track design, and you've got a lot of racks of ammo. I mean, this is very reminiscent of like U.S. half-tracks during early war and the first kind of tank destroyers. Let's spawn this and take a look. Ah, I love it. little star. Yep. Oh, very cool. How do you achieve the little slats there? Is that a radiator? Oh yeah, totally. Okay, great. Let's hop into the driver's seat. I mean, it's super accessible. Start engine. Oh, hold it down. Engine has started. That was very easy, and it's very fast. This thing flies. Love it. Air here. Well, definitely one of the fastest of the lot. Traverses terrain, no problem. I bet this will be very easy to use just because of the accessibility, not having a cramped interior. So definitely an interesting direction, different from the others, but I really like it. Okay, we'll park on this little hill. It was very easy to move around, so very, very mobile. Toggle forward reverse. Test the reverse. Yep, that works so easily. Oh, I stalled it. My bad. Okay. Throttle brake. Good. Let's, I think, turn off the engine. Fuel valve. Said it will take a sec to kill it. No problem. Parking brake. Running lights. Nice. Hey, very full featured. It's got everything you need and nothing more. Love it. Has a nice extinguisher and some first aid kits, a torch. All good there. Okay, let's try this cannon. We'll grab AP, HE, love it. Like the options. Oh, I have some auto cannons still in here. Let me get rid of that. Grab some HE. Breach is a toggle breach. That's nice and easy. Psh, that was a breeze. Cool. Okay. Enable, disable aiming, decrease distance, increase distance. Okay. I think I've got that there. Let's see how to move. Use mouse to aim. Okay. Mouse to aim. Let's see how this works. Okay, it's got a pivot down there. It's not that. So make sure I'm doing this properly. So, use mouse to aim. Doing that. Do I have to click and hold? Right click, hold? Oh, enable disable aiming. Wait. Okay. Nice. It's a little, takes some finesse, but I can dig it. Okay. We'll do like we did before. We'll aim straight at it, and we'll set the distance. I think we said it was about like, I want to say 200 from here, maybe around that. Okay, we'll re-aim a little bit. A little tricky. That's pretty close. Let's try it. Fire! Nice! Okay, not a hit, but I think the distance was pretty straight on. Let's grab another round. We'll pop in the breach. And let's try again. I think we're pretty aimed. Maybe it was a little short. Should I have like 215? Nice! Oh, it was dead on. We knocked it out. Alright. I'm gonna reload these, and I think we still have that one at the end of the runway there. Yeah, he's over the hill. Let's pop in the driver's seat. And I wonder if we turned the fuel valve off, so we'll see if the engine dies halfway to getting to here. Oh no, there's a lot of fuel in there. The valve must be down a line of tubing that still holds some fuel. Okay, this is pretty far, but we'll give it a shot. Yeah. This is one of our only non-turreted, so you do have to face the enemy. But that's a-okay. Okay, that's gonna be a shot for sure. I wonder if we can do it. Maybe 600, 700. Oh, I should have adjusted the distance first and then aimed. All right, let's try 640. I bet I can probably aim it from here. Or no, I guess you do have to hit the breach button. Okay. All right, let's try it. And fire. Oh, we're close. Not quite there, but close. 680. Maybe we'll try 700. Okay. Let's try that. Okay. HE. Breach. I love how easy this is. And I love how much space there is back here. I mean, you could really... I think this would be very easy to use. and easy to jump off to if it started to catch fire or anything like that. All right, ready? Fire. Oh, we're still short. Really, 800? I don't think we're that far away, but I mean, these are tricky things to manually tune. Okay. Lots of ammo back here. Plenty of ammunition. All right, we're gonna fire again. Maybe aim a little bit to the right. Well, let's fire and try. Oh, so that was a little long. So maybe we're more like 770. Let's aim a little bit. Well, we were aiming a little high, but that's okay. Let's try that. I mean, this is really pushing my ask to the competition. I'm surprised it's as good as it is. It's a good sign. All right, fire. I think we're just pushing the accuracy of the cannon now. I mean, this is still very impressive, though. Let's get a little closer. Without that, like, 500. Oh, now our engine is dying. There we go. Fuel that back on. We just leave the engine on. Okay. I want to say this is about 5 or 650. So we'll try that. Let's tune it first. So maybe 650. And I'm guessing we want to aim about straight at it, give or take. Okay. We'll grab another round here. Okay. And fire. Oh, so close. Maybe we're like 636, just a little bit less. To no fault of the creation. I think this is just a tricky aim. Okay. There we go. Alright, well, once more. And fire. Ha! We got it. Oh, knocked it out. Nice. I mean, that's still pretty good distance. I think this 650 around that was as far as we were getting accurate shots with radar aim ballistic systems. So doing it manually is tricky, and I really appreciate the use of a basic, ballistic calculator. Huge improvement in being able to aim. Well, anything else? I think, is there a way to refuel? I think just taking a look at that. Looks like there is. There's a fluid hose anchor right there. I mean, it's kind of got everything you want. Got a nice accessible rack. It's very easy to use. Exceptionally easy to get around, so high mobility. That's a great submission. Awesome. All right, who do we have next? We have, I think we're on to the last, the Pusche Jagdpanzer Oft, butchering this, Ostführung V6.11. That extra .01 really, makes a difference. By Phil. Incredible gun depression angle, 50 km/h top speed, and 39 shell storage for the gunner, protected by 200 millimeters. Good round clearance, or good ground clearance, repairability, built for no custom. Yeah, totally. Okay, awesome. Let's give this a shot. Here we are. This thing is tiny and compact. This would be very difficult to hit given how short it is. And I love the little basic camo package. It's fun. Okay, it's got a couple tow locations, some lights, windows for, I'm guessing, the gunner and driver / commander. 2 hatches at back. What's this button? A shell hatch. Very cool. Love it for letting more shells inside. Fluid port, I'm guessing, for the engine. Okay. No, man, what am I doing? Hitting little physics edges there. All right, let's get inside. Close our hatch, driver, engine toggle, starter, wheel brake. main breaker. I'm guessing that has to be on. And I'm guessing engine toggle on, starter on. Yep. That's pretty intuitive. We'll break off. Nice and easy to use. Looks like it's even got an auto transmission built in. We're going to reset our targets. Let's do some hill climbing here. It says good ground clearance, but it looks like it doesn't have too much. And it's a pretty wide track. But I think it'll be okay. It might just kiss the front of the barrel in some instances. I think it's okay. That's just fine. Its low center of mass really allows it to climb well. It's got good engine control. As soon as you let off the throttle, the engine dies back quite a bit. I'll save some gas. Not the fastest, but doesn't need to be. Let's get in our regular position here. Pop some of these targets. Okay. So, what do we have? Lock hatches. Are we drifting? Wheel brake? Do we need it? We'll put it on just in case. Let's go into the gunner seats. Breach. Okay, toggle ammo feed. Looks like our ammo is here. I've got a shell. Good. Breach, toggle ammo feed. Switch to right shells. I'm curious what that does. But I think that's all we needed to do. And gun azimuth, gun elevation, left, right, up, down. Okay. Nice. This will be a tricky aim, though, I can tell. Range. Okay. Let's set the range to target. I think it was around that, 215, 210. Azimuth. Interesting system. Oh, there's not a lot of azimuth to work with. Well, there's no reticle, so let's just fire and we'll see where our first shot goes. Okay, a little bit to the left, so I think we're gonna have to actually move the vehicle to the side a little bit. What are some of these fun features? Visor. Oh, that's so clever. I love that. Nice. A little more vision for driving. Okay, we're turning off the wheel brake. We have to rotate to the right a little bit. Okay. Let's open the breech again. And I think with this toggle ammo feed. Good. Yep, push it up. I love it. And maybe we can go a little straighter. I'm guessing 0 azimuth. Oh yeah, there we go. Is like if the target's right in the center. So I'm guessing it's if this is intuitive, then it should be a little bit to the left. Should aim it a little left of the center of this window, which is where the target is. So let's try it. Let's. Oh, did I load it? I thought I loaded it. It's not firing. Oh, because the breech is still open. Great. Nice. Okay, so the aim was on spot on, but oh, my bad. Let's grab a cannon shell. What am I doing wrong here? Shell pool, got a cannon. Oh, the breech is goofing. All right, unloaded, reload. There we go. Close the breech. Get rid of this ammo shell. There we go. Okay. I think we were too high, which that was set a little high. Let's go down elevation. Now, I guess my question is, does this elevation assume you're on level ground? Because we are facing slightly up. So, I'm rolling back a little bit. Let's lower this to like 200 even-ish. and see if that helps. And we're still a little bit left, but we're starting to drift, so I figured this to the parking brake, so we'll go a little bit more to the left. Oh, so close. Okay, let me go back in here. We'll aim this back up and set the brake this time. Okay, breach, nice. Shell. Pop that in there. I'm getting the hang of it a little bit more. Okay, we should be able to center the azimuth just about maybe a hair to the left. Yep. And I like that. Maybe even lower. I think we're still shooting under. Or over. Okay, fire. Oh, man. Let's lower it quite a bit. Okay. I like how easy it is to load, though. Oh, we're still really high. Okay, let's zero it out. Ah, close. Not quite. I think we're not going to be able to elevate the gun low enough. I think let's drive a little over this ledge. That might help. We're a little closer. Breach open. Oh, I love the loading. It's very straightforward. So for this, we'll probably have to increase the range quite a bit. Huh. Oh, there we go. Oh, wait a sec. Maybe I'm using it wrong. The red, is that like a sensed range? Somehow? Okay, well. I want to say I want to eyeball it at this point. See, the azimuth is great, but the depression, I think I'm a little lost on. Well, let's try it. I want to get a hit here. Does I already have a round in there? Okay. One more time. A little bit to the right. A little bit more to the right. Okay. Oh, this is a tricky one. I want it to work. It's hard to dial in. Let me, let's get on even ground, and let's fire to the one at the end of the room. Get a little closer. Okay. I think that's going to be about 600. So this is still pretty far. But we'll try it. Now that's on even ground. Yeah, it must have a radar. It must have a way... Oh. R second true. Relative. I don't know. Wish there was some documentation on how this works. But we're just going to have to go with our gut here. Okay. Is this not meters? Because if it was, then like 650 would probably be about this distance. Oh yeah, which it looks like it's about there. Let's try a little bit less. A little bit to the right. Oh, it wants to. But this is just a tough shot. A little bit more to the right. Oh, so close. I'm getting the hang of this, though. I think a well-trained crew can make this totally work. But you'd have to really know what you're doing and feel it out. Oh, we were so close that time. The lack of like a reticule and a zoom makes this a tricky shot. Did I get it? I don't know. Let's fire once or twice more. Very easy to reload, though. I appreciate how fast we can slam rounds downrange with this. That might have been a hit. Let's keep whacking it. A little lower, maybe? A tad lower. Maybe a tad to the left. Or right. Oh, that might have been a hit. I mean, I think we're hitting a little bit before the target. And we're out. Last round. Make it count. Oh. Okay. Let's run down range and see what we did. Oh, we got at least one hit on it. Maybe a couple. I mean, I think it's operationally knocked out for sure. Nice. Totally works. Definitely a little bit more of a exercise in aiming and finesse, but it does the job. All right. Well, that concludes our testing of our tank vehicles. I suppose the last step would be to test how they fit within the landing craft and how easy they are to get on and off some landing craft. All right, and we're moving on to our landing craft. This is the HLCV by L963. Let's take a quick look here. Very much in theme. Looks like it's got a few different azimuth propellers. Let's take a look at the engine bay. We have, looks like 3 small engines, should be plenty. And a front fuel tank or a ballast tank. I'm guessing fuel. Back there, some pumps. I mean, all looks very straightforward. Nice winch, some ropes to tie everything down. I mean, this looks like a great setup. Let's spawn it and give it a whirl. All right, hop on board. I love the friction pads here. I wonder if there's like a friction pad system to control how it can tie up and take on support some vehicles. All right, temperature probe, helm. We've got the ramp, friction pads, front friction pads. Okay, friction pad height, love it. This is interior light, nice. What else do we have? I'm guessing to turn the engines on, that might actually require us to head down to the hole down here. Battery charge, some equipment, welding torch, grates, fuel, okay. Engine starter. Manual engine starter. Oh, interesting. Is there a crank somewhere that I can't see? I see that. Manual engine starter. Light. Nice. Let me go up top in case I missed something. We're going into these blinds, so you're going to watch me learn on the fly. Alright, we're going to pop in here. Padded seats. Friction pad. I don't see any controls listed. But those are clearly turning. Oh. Oh, was it that easy? I just pushed forward and it just automatically turns the engines on? Oh, that was beautifully easy. Wait, I need to respawn this and test that again. Make sure I wasn't doing anything else. Because that would be a huge plus if you didn't need anything. Alright, I'm just pushing W. Wow, that is smooth. So it starts it and controls the throttle all in one. Oh, that is stupid easy to use. And we're off. I mean, seems to be a great design so far. Not fast, but that's okay. Has a decent amount of steering authority. Let's land on this beach and do some tests. like little side see-through radiators there. It's a neat touch. Yep, she's not the quickest, that's for sure. But it feels really good. It feels like I've got good control. There's something strange or wacky about it. I mean, that's the signs of a polished design as far as Stormworks is concerned. Alright, we're going to hit the beach. Hopefully we don't bottom out here with our props. I think the props are pretty well protected, though. This design really put the props behind the back of the hull in a really nice way. Okay, we're going to stop it there. And let's lower the ramp. That was so easy. Okay, let's pop back to our spawn here, and we'll let's grab L's. That's right, he was the tank. Okay, let's grab the tank, and we will pop one on board. See how easy it can be loaded on and off. Okay, driver's position. Nice. Oh, that's right. This has the high gear too. Really nice. Additional speed there. Gearing change. And I'm guessing it's got a reverse. Does it have a reverse? Oh, I see. It's just automatic. That's great. Okay. I think we want to load it on the front facing. I'm still in high gear, so I can go down to low gear. Let's see. Oh, nice. This has really nice track control. Being able to just AD automatically translate the tracks, and really that stuff can't be understated, especially with the logic requirements. This looks very easy. Alright, I'll try. I don't think I'm going to get 2 on here. So I'll try to get this a little more centered so our center mass is in a good spot. I like that I can float with the ramp down too, so I don't have to worry about that. Alright, we're going to turn it off. We'll open the hatch here. And let's try to secure it to the deck. If I didn't bury my ropes. Here, I'll put the ramp back up. And let's see. What are my securing options here? I don't see any anchors or any rope anchors on the side. Are there somewhere that I'm not seeing? Are they underneath? I guess just the back ones here. Okay, that'll work. That'll work. Pop one there. Oh, it's right here. I love that there's plenty of ropes. Pop one there. I mean, that might be all we need. Oh, there are 2 right here. I didn't even see them. Jeez. Great. Yep. That's perfect. Let's grab this one here. Sure, we'll go a little further out. I mean, this looks very easy and straightforward. This will be important for securing it properly while we test some heavier weather. Alright, I'm guessing that we want to raise these friction pads to really tighten it to the deck. Looks like only the first set was required, but let's see what that did. It raised it up, and you can control... Yeah, and it tightened these ropes. Ah, that's just brilliant. I mean, there's some good testing that went into making this as clean as that. Alright, well, let's back this thing up from the shore. And we'll test to see how it does in the water with some waves. Oh man. Center mass is a little high. Maybe it would help if we reduce that height just a little bit. It might not have to be quite that high. But hey, so far so good. This is just really working well. Alright, here's the moment of truth. If a stormy day of invasion occurs, we'll have to ensure this thing can do the job. But so far, I love it. And the styling really took it to the next level. Very usable. Okay, here we go. Let's turn our weather override and let's put 50% wind. You know what? Actually, let's throw some rain on there too. A little bit of fog. I said the requirement was 50%, so we'll test that and then we'll push it until we can't push it anymore. Oh no! No! Looks like 50 was a lot. Unless that was a tidal wave that just came in. Whoa! We're getting a little bit of physics weirdness. Oh man. Well, we were saved by physics for a moment, and then we were unsaved. That might have been a little bit of a tidal wave that passed through, but I don't think once we righted ourselves, the second flip was caused by any kind of rogue wave. Okay, so pros and cons. Very cool design. Love the pads, but might not be all weather stable when there's that much weight on top. But hey, it's part of the limitations of any design. You've got to build in compromises. So, love the pad system, love the securing system. Really worked well. I think there was plenty of room for even a larger vehicle, it looks like, or maybe even two smaller vehicles. You could probably put a couple of Jeeps on here, maybe even one tank and two Jeeps. I mean, I think there's some great versatility with this design. It beached really well. The propellers are quite protected back behind the whole design, so I think that is very usable. The ramp worked well. I could drive things on and off the ramp. I know that's particularly tricky sometimes, and it was well equipped. So what more do you want? Okay, and our final HLCV design is Phil's submission, the HLCV with floats. Load your vehicle onto this floating death box. Best to park it as far in as possible. When empty, better lower the speed against the headwind. Okay, here we go. Similar in design. There's a ramp up front, plenty of tow points, and rope provided. Let's dive in. Quite a bit smaller footprint. Very compact. Open up our door. Let's see. RPS. Ramp down, ramp up. Okay. Engine. There's a breaker. Turn the main breaker on. Deck lights, position, spotlights. Okay. Let's ignition. Are we on? Looks like we are. RBS. Oh man, she hauls. It's pretty quick. And pretty nimble. Are those the invasion flares on the front? Gotta flare out. Alright, I love it. Alright, so per the instructions, we're going to try to get in pretty deep. Hopefully won't beach the whole thing. Smoke wall. Ooh, yeah, let's hit that smoke wall. Oh no, did I beach it? Oh, I might have. We got propellers a little bit out of the water, so we'll see. Okay, ramp down. Oh, we'll hold it. Ramp down. A little more, maybe. Go a little bit more, even. Can we go more? Oh, this is more as much as it goes. Okay. We're going to pop in here in the spawn. Spawn our creation. We'll grab Phil's Jagd Panzer, however you say it, and pop in the driver's hatch. Let's see, engine toggle. Remind me. I think there was a lock hatches. Wheel brake off. Starter. Engine toggle. I think there was a breaker. Wasn't there a breaker somewhere? Oh, it's right there. There we go. Okay. Engine toggle on. Starter. Great. Okay, we're off. We'll get this loaded up. So it's some rear anchor points and some front anchor points. Great. Alright, baiting smoke flares. Right up this ledge too much. I don't know if this design as easily rotates. Oh, it does. Not too bad. Okay, great. Position it for loading. And toggle the reverse. And we'll back it up ever so slightly. Tricky. But I think we got it. And I'm guessing we want it probably as far back as we can. That's looking pretty good. Not too far. I think there's a little break. Yep. Let's pop it there. And we'll turn it off. Engine toggle. And let's connect it down to the hold. So we've got these ropes here. Anchor points. And anchor points. A little tricky to get to. Let's see if I can do it. Come on. There we go. No. Doesn't want to click it. Let's reset it real fast. That's the only challenge with them being as low as they are. Sometimes they can be tricky to actually grab. Shoot. Let me try if I clip through the ground a little bit. I'm gonna cheat a little bit. Try to get a hold of these. Man, I'm clicking, but it doesn't want to grab that one. Well, that's just part of the design. There's the challenges of putting them too low is they might not be easily usable. Alright, we're gonna put those up. I do like there's a ramp up and down button up here. That's a nice feature. Or ramp up, and then we're gonna try to what am I stuck on? Something's there we go. Weird. And we'll try to pull her back. I wonder if we'll be able to. I'm guessing. Oh, reverse. Here we go. There's a torque gear. Oh, too much, too much. Hey, that wasn't bad. That was pretty easy. Alright. Alrighty. We'll change the direction. The props. And I stalled it. I have to restart here. There we go. And we're off. I mean, pretty quick with weight on board. I'm impressed. Nice and compact. I'm sure you could even fire off the edge of this if there was a turreted oh, poor other tank in the water. Alright, let's slow it down a little bit. And let's turn those waves on. Put some fog for atmosphere, but we're mostly going to do wind and rain. Crank it up a little bit. So far, so good, though. I think it helps that the tank destroyer design has a lower center of mass. Not that they necessarily had to pair, but that was a feature. I think the floats, though, are probably doing most of the work. These side floats are really helping stabilize this craft a little bit more. And we're sideways to the wind. It's not bad. Though, I think, to the credit of our first design, I think that was a tidal wave that came through, so I'll give it a little bit of a slack there. Yeah, this is totally doing great. I don't think it would have any problem traversing this level of weather. Let's turn it up to 75%. And we'll crank the RPS. I think it's doing a fine job. A great little craft. Very stable. Get a little bit of air there. Stormworks physics going on. It did warn me to slow it down a little bit with weight, but we're breaking all the rules. Let's pretend we're going down. Ramp down. We're landing on the beach. Boom. Ramp down. Oh, the waves blew us a little sideways. That's okay. I think we only have 2 anchors to get rid of. Hatch closed. Let's see. I think engine toggle. Start. Oh, turn off the parking brake. Here we are. That was pretty easy. I think I've got to say that the stability of our second design might take the cake. Alright, if we turn those off, let's just be a little more thorough here. Let's use our big and tall and heavier tank. Oop. I meant to spawn that. There we go. And let's pop that in there and see if she can cope with it. Because to be fair, this is a higher center of mass design, so might add some difficulties. It's a little bit more of a big one, so it'll be interesting to see how this compares. Can I do it? I think I got it. I think I got there. Oof. There we go. Come on, get out. There we go. Ugh, got stuck right back in. Okay. Right. Oh, we already have rope in our inventory. We're gonna grab. I get stuck on something right here. I wonder what it is. There's something right there. Come on, can I get to those bottom anchors? Got there for a second. There we go. Okay. And we'll grab this. Not sure if these are actually doing anything because they're so loose. Ramp up. All right. Oh, just enough room. Oh, you know, I didn't even check out what was down here. Engine and logic. Oh, yeah, sure enough. That's all there is down here. Engine and logic. And a fluid hose anchor port. Interesting. Okay. Keep that closed. Okay, let's reverse. And we'll turn it back on. Let's see if we can pull this sucker back. I mean, very easy to back up and very nimble to turn around. There we go. Nice little nimble mini craft. Plenty of power. Alright. It does fine there. Oh yeah, poor tank. Okay. Let's turn on some weather. A little bit of fog. We'll crank the wind and the rain to 50. See how that affects it. And you know what? For good measure, just for fairness, let's spawn a tsunami. That'll come in a minute. So I think it's doing well. You definitely feel we're a little more top heavy. But I think those side floats are doing a lot of work to keep it stable. Let's crank it up to 75 and see what that does for us. Not too bad. Where's that tsunami? Not here yet. It might be out there. Still on its way? Oh, it's on its way alright. This is at full throttle, yeah. Yeah, really stable design. Can handle something even pretty top heavy. I mean, it does it. Great design. Oh, there's our tsunami. Alright. We'll try the ultimate test here. Let's crank our wind back to like 30. Can we possibly survive? This is when your invasion goes planned very poorly. Or when the gods aren't approving. We'll see if it's tsunami proof. Give her all she's got. Oh, this poor little thing. I left the hatch open too, so it's just gonna flood the inside of the tank and add even more weight to it if it could be watertight. Here we go. Go, little Landycraft, go! Go! Oh! It's held on. Oh, no way. No way. No way. For a second there, I thought I was going to flip it back. I'm afraid we did not survive. Well, I think that concludes our testing. So, let's talk about results. Okay, let's talk about our lineup. This is review time. Alright, let's start over here with our, I think it was the Jagd Panther. Is that right? Am I already saying it wrong? I can't even pronounce this thing. The Jagd Panzer. Auftrung. Oh, God. Okay. Some pros. Very low to the ground design. It'd be hard to hit. Pretty small in its package. Easy to operate from a running and driving perspective, but very difficult to aim. As quick as it can reload, which is great. You can really throw a lot of rounds downrange. I think without a reticule and a way to zoom in, and you're kind of like eyeballing, it makes it pretty challenging from, you know, an effective standpoint if you're throwing rounds, I think, any further than maybe 150 to 200 meters, unless the targets are pretty big. It has a pretty wide stance. I think that could make it tough to go over rocks and stuff. Not a lot of ground clearance down there for as wide as it is, but not too bad. Seems pretty nimble off-road for the most part. Other than that, you know, very drivable. I think this was a strong contender. But in the end, I think it's beat out by some others. Let's go to the other side here. A Cromwell. Good size. Not as easy to drive, I think. The engine tuning is a little rough. It's pretty hard to start. I think the lack of documentation is a little tricky, and where I think it gets bit is with the WS keys controlling its clutch and throttle at the same time, but then also having a separate throttle button is what it feels like. I'm not sure if that's the logic going on there, but it's a little wonky. And then I think the most difficult part of it is the autocannon. The use of the heavy autocannon, it's pretty inaccurate, and with only being able to load one round at a time means that you probably aren't going to put that round on target. You're going to have to go through a lot more rounds, and that makes it kind of difficult to hit anything. Other than that, I love the design, and the art is great. There's definitely an effort in making it feel very thematic, and it fit all the requirements. So also a strong contender, but I think the other ones win out in various categories. Let's talk about the three middle ones here. All right, the half-track. Love the half-track approach. Very different than all the others in that it's an open cab, extremely easy to use, and easy to get around, and the most mobile of the lot. So I think, you know, in the end, while this does have a basic aiming computer, and or not aiming computer, but ballistics calculator, and it did work okay. There were some challenges in putting rounds on target from a distance. This totally did the trick, and being most mobile, I'm going to give it the most mobile award. It could easily load-unload. I'm sure it's pretty light compared to the rest, and would be a great infantry support on the beachhead. Love it. All right. Moving on to, I think this was, let's look. This was the Hunter R1, R2 Pirate Jake's Hunter. Really love this design. I give it the most fun award. While I think it's beaten out in firepower and effectiveness in other ways, the fact that all the crew are right next to each other and it's so easy to use, I think would make this the most fun multiplayer tank. Especially with every, something that I hadn't considered, but each of the seats really has a job to do and focuses on that job, from the gunner to the loader. Even the machine gun up front here is just a fun little addition, and I think this would be a blast to just play around with in combat. So it's going to get the most fun award. All right, and now our winner of the contest. I think this was L's design. Let me just double check here. Yep, L963's tank. This takes the cake. I think this is our winner. It's the most easy to use from an effectiveness standpoint, I think, overall. Very easy to drive. Has, just a one key turn start. Moving around, right, left, rotates it. It's got a reverse. Even has a high gear. Somehow all of that was managed to be fit in with basic logic. Its probably biggest detriment is the exhaust locations. I think if they were moved, it would be more effective being able to fire without having the engine off. That is a drawback, but the fire control really, I think, what drove home the effectiveness of this. Once you get it off the beach and planted, it was just so incredibly accurate with its very rudimentary ballistic calculator here. Was dead on up to 600 or 700 meters, I think, is what we tested it at. And I mean, it's hard to understate how impressive the tuning was in making all of that work from a distance. Not to mention, it's got a massive cannon. So I think, from a support standpoint, you could make those rounds count in a big way. And it's while it is, I think, the largest of the lot, it does fit within the requirements of the competition. You've got plenty of rounds, too, so you could really hammer things for a while. And it doesn't seem like the shoot and scoot type either, so I don't think I'm going to knock it as much for having that exhaust need to be relocated. I think moving it would really improve things, or throwing a catalytic converter on there to reduce the amount of smoke. But anyhow, congrats, Al, for your incredible submission. It really does a lot for how little it's requiring in terms of logic and tech in Stormworks. Okay, now the landing craft. Only 2 submissions for landing craft, so let's talk through them. L's design. Really impressive from a usability standpoint. It's so easy to use. Oh no! Here's the tidal wave coming in. Looks like we'll be talking about this on the beach. So very easy to use. Just a couple clicks and you're able to run it and drive it. It's got a whole hold underneath with fuel shutoffs. I love that. Some redundancy in engines and other features. The whole friction pad system is a really interesting way to just clamp those vehicles on there. Unfortunately, it seemed like it didn't cope very well with top-heavy craft. I do think we could give it another test, and it would perform better if it wasn't getting hit by some tidal wave physics, but it did seem to want to get a little flip happy, and it's probably just a matter of all the buoyancy is underneath the center of mass, so it wants to flip, and that's where I think our other design came in a little stronger, at least from a usability standpoint. This was Phil's design, the HLCV with floats. Let's open that and talk about it. Oh, but before I do, man, L's design looks the part, feels fun. I think I would maybe even take this as a first choice if it was if there was an aesthetics aspect to this contest. I mean, clearly the extra mile has been put into the aesthetics, but since that wasn't, I can't add points for that. So let's open our other landing craft. So Phil's landing craft, as simple as it is, from a functionality standpoint, it just works really well. It fits all the requirements. It uses a lot fewer parts, so it's lower cost, easier to be expendable. And it has all the control you would need, forward, backward. It's hard to get it stuck on the beach. We tried. I was able to swap other vehicles onto it, and we really, put it through some rough weather, and it still stayed buoyant. And I think where it really shines is because of those floats, because it's adding some buoyancy in a wider pad than just underneath. It's not as flip happy when its center of mass is placed on top, even something as tall as L's tank. So I have to announce that Phil's landing craft design is the winner of the landing craft competition. Congratulations, Phil. All right, folks. I think that that concludes our what was it called? Operation. Oh gosh, Operation Swiftfox. Thank you all for submitting. Super fun. I'm glad we can do this. I would love to continue to host these, time willing. And if anyone else has any cool ideas for competitions, please hit us up. If you catch this and haven't heard of the Stormworks engineering server, by all means, pop a comment down on the YouTube video, and I can PM you an invite if you love diving into Stormworks engineering stuff and doing advanced builds. Well, thanks again, and we'll catch you guys next time.